Hey folks, how we doing? It's Mr. Carter here. We're ready to do Homelink 7.3. Go ahead and put your name on this if you haven't yet already, and let's begin. Alright, so we are multiplying unit fractions today. So unit fraction, just to remind you of what that vocabulary is, it's just 1 over the denominator. So if I'm looking real quick at number 1, we have a piece of pie or cake, whatever here, divided into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are divided into fifths, and the unit fraction for that would be 1/5. So it's 1 over any number is your unit fraction. So if we're looking here, again, we have fifths, and we have 1/5 plus 1/5 plus 1/5 plus 1/5. Well, we know that we can go 4 groups of 1/5. So that would be 4 times 1/5. And that would equal, if we do the math and we come up 1/5, 2/5, 3/5, 4/5. So that would be 4/5. So the question here is, what is the fourth multiple of 1/5? Well, again, multiple is when you multiply by that number. So if we're multiplying by 1/5 once, that would be the first multiple. This would be the second multiple, would be 2/5. The third multiple would be 3/5. The fourth multiple would be 4/5. All right, let's look at number 2. So here we have a piece of pie or cake, whatever, divided into tenths. And I can count them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So these are all tenths. So we know we have one group of 1/10, 2 groups of 1/10, 3 groups of 1/10. So that would be 3 times 1/10, which again, if we go and add them, would be 1/10, 2/10 plus another tenth would be 3/10. So 3 times 1/10 is 3/10. So what's the third multiple of 1/10? Well, again, the first multiple would be 1/10. Our second multiple would be 2/10, and our third multiple would be 3/10. Dimitri fixed a snack for 5 friends. Each friend got a half of an avocado. How many avocados did Dimitri use? So we have 5 friends, and they're each getting 1/2 of an avocado. So if we go 5 times 1/2 would be our multiplication equation. And we know that when we multiply a whole number by a fraction, we just multiply the tops. The whole number by the top. So it would be 5 times 1. That would be 5/2. We know that's a top-heavy fraction. So we need to break that apart into a mixed number. So we're going to break that apart and go make our wholes here. 2 halves is 1 whole. Another 2 halves is another whole. And that would be 4 halves plus 1 more half would equal our 5. So we have 1 whole, 2 wholes, and a half. So 5.5 would be 2 and 1/2. So the answer is, how many avocados did Dimitri use? Well, he used 2.5 avocados. Juanita made 3 protein shakes. Altogether, she used 1 cup of protein powder to make them. Each had the same amount. How many cups of protein powder are in each shake? So we have to really think differently about this problem. So she made 3 protein shakes, but she didn't use 1 cup in each shake. That's what you would think if you're reading this quickly. But if you take your time and read it, she used a cup all together. So we need to take this cup, I'm going to draw my arrow here, and break it into thirds, because each protein shake is going to get a portion of that cup, and that would be 1/3 for each protein shake. So it would be 1/3 that would go in 1 protein shake, another third would go into the second protein shake, and a third would go into the last protein shake, for a total of 3/3 or 1 whole. Now, so our multiplication equation is this. How many cups of protein powder are in each shake? Well, the answer to that is 1/3. We figured that out. our multiplication equation would be 3 times 1/3 equals 3 over 3, or 1. And that shows us that if we have a third in each protein shake, again, we have that whole cup that she started with. So the answer is, how much did each protein shake had? It was 1/3 of a cup. All right, looking at our practice, again, we're adding fractions with like denominators. So I'm going to do 5 and 6 for you. I'll have you do 7 and 8 on your own, where you're subtracting. So when you have like denominators, you don't need to do anything. You just got to add your numerators. So it's 1/2 plus 1/2 plus 1/2. That would be 3/2, or 1.5. If we go 2/3 plus 2/3 plus 1/3, that's 2, 4, 5/3, or 1 and 2/3. Oh, let me show you that. Okay, so that's it for now. If you have questions, please come and see me. Hope this was helpful.